fucking Filipinos were cutting grass, and then the Mexicans took our jobs.
I mean, if we did it faster, come on.
We're kind of better.
Turning bushes.
What you want, a circle or a square?
Welcome back to another great episode of The Careful Boys. Today we have Mr. Jesus Sepulveda.
Yes, sir.
Be careful.
Our homie in the Discord goes by the name of Apple897757.
And you can only ask these questions if you're part of the Patreon, so make sure you join our Patreon to join our conversations and ask us questions.
That's right.
On our lives, check it out.
Yeah. Check it out, man.
This guy he always has a lot of stuff to contribute, so you might hear his name a lot. But today he wanted to know, let's say that we had to exist in a totally different time period. When would that be, and what would you be like?
Easy. I already thought about this.
What?
My favorite time period.
Tang Dynasty?
No.
Okay.
My favorite time period has always been early 90s.
Oh, wow.
Flat top, New Jack swing, fucking colorful ass clothes and pants, and racial slurs are okay. You know?
They're actually
Cassette tapes.
Cassette tapes and racial slurs.
Weren't Asians bullied in the 90s?
Pretty bad. Really bad.
The freaking riots, you guys were attacked pretty hard. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got to have guns at the liquor stores. Kinda cool.
I got you.
But you guys were Chinese.
Eye for an eye, I guess.
Simpler times, you know?
Are we the same ethnicity and everything? We're the same person, but it just depends on which era.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could also be a different.
But I want to be black though.
Like you could make up what job you would have or what type of social.
Oh, it doesn't have to be really like what who you are now, kind of.
No, that would be impossible because it's made
I already
by
know
this
this.
era.
I'm gonna let you guys go, but I know. I already know. I think about it every day.
What city would you be living in though?
LA. I loved LA. I loved LA.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I loved LA. And I think back then there was so few Asians. You just had to do a little bit and you stood out and you were the guy. You know what I mean? Like back then, like even with streetwear now, right? Like you have Bobby Hundreds is forever in streetwear, boom.
Yeah.
Like even like Richard Aoki and Black Panthers, I'm sure there's other Asians, but you just have to be just a little bit. And it's like, oh, he's the Asian guy that started Benihana's or that did whatever there. You don't have to do too much. You just got to do a little bit.
Start betting hard, dude.
So you just pop, like now you got so many people you gotta compete against, you know? How am I gonna compete against Simu? He's all sexy and shit.
And he just did music.
Yeah.
He's acting and doing music.
Yeah, you got Rich Brian, you got Jackson Wang, you got all these motherfuckers. It's impossible.
Not just Jackson, but Wang.
But back then, you just gotta do it.
I mean, you only had to compete against Jackie Chan.
Oh, that's true.
And he's over there. He's barely.
Wait, does it have to be in America?
No, it's up
Anywhere?
to you.
Oh,
Up to you.
shoot.
Yep.
Right? Pat Morita doesn't even do karate, and he's the fucking sensei in Karate Kid.
That's true. You never see him do karate at all.
That's what I'm saying. You just need to do a little bit.
So what's yours? What's yours? That you
Mine's?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, 50s. 50s. I like the fucking greaser fucking.
Zoot suit?
Tell me more. I like that shit.
Oh.
I like the simpler times.
Cigarettes in the sleeves.
Cigarettes in the sleeves. I would be the guy fucking like with the hair and everything, with the fucking little
Pompadour?
members only jacket. The things I would just fucking fight because I would love to like be in fights and knowing that no one's gonna shoot me or anything. It's just like fucking man shit.
Yeah, rumbles.
I love that type of shit. Like, yo, it was like, yeah, be that fucking guy at the pool hall, just fucking picking on bitches and shit. You can have a bitch in every fucking state because they don't have social media. They don't fucking.
They have families, dude.
Fucking just pumping around. You just start a family at 12 years old. You know what I mean? Just have a business. I'd be working in like a construction, like a lumber yard, and just fucking
The
shit.
deflation of money's so attractive.
I know.
God.
I just like the fucking idea. It's simple. You
reward
work
of
hard.
living, yeah.
You work hard, and then you go fucking have some beers and shit, and just
Dude,
hang out.
yeah, you're right. That does
Simpler
sound really nice.
You
man.
got. I would. If I see a hot girl, I would go in there and actually talk to her and like the thrill of like trying to like chase for a girl is like fun for me. I was like, yo, that'd be fun. Now it's like
You get too many of them.
I like it. When I see it, I'm like, yo, that's I like that. Like the early '90s was kind of like that in a way.
A little bit. It was a little bit
I wasn't an adult, but like when I wanted to talk to a girl like in high school or middle school, I was at the mall and I would just go up to her. I would just go talk. I would literally have to go up there and talk to her. And all my friends were like, she's hot. No, you're right, you're right. I was not that guy. I would literally.
You know what's crazy? I saw
go up and be like, hey, I think you're beautiful. I don't want
90s is 30 years away from the 60s, just as far as it's away from right now.
Wait, what?
Because it's 30, so 90s is 30 years away from now, but 90s was also just 30 years away from the 60s. Wow. So it's actually the same distance.
Which was like foreign to our brains.
So the 90s is our 60s?
But 60s feels so far away.
That does feel long.
Right?
Well, that's the
Crazy.
60s to
You're
kids.
right.
Kids today.
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So I would like that. I'd like to go to diners and just like, you know.
Yeah, you put a nickel in the jukebox, and then you look at the chick that you like because you played the song.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just play some fucking.
Holy.
Bobby Robin. Bobby Robin. Sweet. And a bit of
And he can fucking slide a milkshake down the counter.
Bro, go to McDonald's, get a cheeseburger for 10
I think you would do better in the 50s than we would, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Asians would have it too fucking hard.
Did they fucking, what's the fucking Asian stuff?
You at least had, you guys.
I'll be at the
community.
dance floor. Hey, get that Asian out of here. Oh, fuck.
Mexicans had a pretty good community already at that point, though.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, what are you talking about? Asians and Mexicans kind of like were the same.
Yeah, but we won't be able to enjoy a lot of the things.
You think so?
Because you guys already got Desi, right? Desi Arnaz, like he's already on TV. Who the fuck do we got, dude? We got
What did you guys have?
no
In the
one.
50s?
We had Bruce Lee. Oh wait, no, Bruce Lee was there.
But let me tell you something. Let me switch that up. Okay. You guys were Asians were very smart.
In the 50s?
Were.
No, are very smart. Well, I'm talking about in the 50s. They were smart in the 50s. So you know,
Okay.
don't twist my fucking words, buddy. But because we were over here just fucking working, paying a house. You guys were buying businesses. You guys created your own little community.
Now we were picking strawberries, bro.
Nuh-uh.
Working alongside
You
Mexicans.
guys fucking have businesses. Like, look at Monterey Park.
Private Chinese. That's the Chinese.
That was in the 50s. You guys owned that shit in the 50s.
No, Japanese and Filipinos were cutting grass, and then the Mexicans took our jobs.
I mean, if we did it faster, come on.
We're kind of better.
I mean, you guys were doing some fucking decorating shit. Like, get that shit out of here.
Decorating shit.
You guys were just trying to fucking make it a whore and shit with a horse and shit. Like, that shit out of here. Let's go. What you want, a circle or a square? Okay, then go to the goddamn chino, but I want to do the... All right, just calm down. I'll take the square. Okay, take it easy.
And you would still be in LA in the 50s?
LA would be cool. I would like to some place like the Footloose area.
You want to be in a small town?
Like a small town, dude. I would thrive at a small town. I'd rather be a king at a small town than a little fucking peasant at a fucking large town. You know what I mean? I want to be. You know how many times? Dude, let me tell you something right now. I didn't know how many times in school I've daydreamed of like, what if one day I move into like a small town
And you're like the king.
and I'm like the guy, and all the guys there are ugly, and I'm just the hottest guy there. And it's all like hot ass girls, but you know what I mean? Like it's a small town. Because I've been to these small towns.
That's more
and
likely to
sometimes
happen back in the
there's
day
some
than now.
hot. You ever go to like Disneyland and you see a bad bitch and you're like, oh, she's fucking hot, and with this like jabroni ass dude.
Yeah.
But because
They're from buttfuck nowhere.
because they're from buttfuck nowhere, he was the hottest guy in her town.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is like hot as you can do. But when you go to like a big city, you're like, you're around fucking. But I've seen this at Disneyland. When I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And what the fuck?
together.
And I heard them going like they lived in like Kansas or something. I'm like, yeah, this.
Or like they got together in high school.
Yeah.
He didn't keep looking good.
You know what I
She
mean?
kept getting hotter and hotter.
Yes.
And you're like, how does this couple work?
I daydream about me doing that. Like one day, like if my parents like moved and I was like the hottest guy there, and I have to just turn girls down and be like, no, no thank you. I appreciate it, but no thanks. Like we can fuck, but I don't know. But it never happened. But I daydreamed about that shit.
Well, in the 50s, that would be a lot easier to do.
Yeah.
No, but they're more conservative and they fuck less.
Yeah, but dude, it
Maybe
wasn't the
they
right
did.
guy.
You have to go the 60s.
There was sluts in the 50s, food. You just had to like, you gotta find them. You know, you gotta just charm them.
I hope you like saggy titties and hairy pussy.
Dude, let me tell you something. I would just be over there cleaning my car and shit. Just fucking. That's all you had to do.
Working on something.
Yeah.
Working on the engine.
Yeah, just fucking, just fucking show some tricep. Okay, and the girl walks by like. And the girl's just like, oh my god, that guy's so hot.
I think you gotta figure it out.
Joe, where would you be?
I would be.
Don't say feudal Japan.
No.
Be samurai.
I would be a Bronze Age merchant.
Merchant? What is that? What is it?
Because all right, like in the Bronze Age, right? Like I would say like I would like to see fucking Egypt before it got all fucked up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I want to see like ancient China. I want to see all that shit before all the cultures started like copying each other.
Yeah. I was
then-
gonna say that too. Yeah.
I want to go down to fucking Cambodia when Angkor Wat was still in action. Like all these ancient
Before
cultures.
trading was like
Like they were still trading and shit, right? But then like the cultures were so distinctly different.
Yeah.
And then just seeing how humans like here are living like this, and then like you go over here and you're just like it's a
different world.
Yeah, it's a different fucking
world.
world.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
that would-
Pre-colonialism.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
I would live in feudal Japan just because it's an Asian country, but they had like some really different like ideology.
you would die instantly.
Really?
You'd probably die pretty fast.
No, but I
They
could blame.
they were killing each other left and right. Feudal Japan.
And they were like the best swordsmen too. Like they were like fucking the best.
Where there was like
It's like medieval times, but Japanese.
Like the Ninja Turtles, like when we went to Japan, the Ninja Turtles, like that.
Exactly like that. Yeah. Through the third one.
I like that, but yeah, also.
But no, I like the time where there was like samurai around, and like sword. The blacksmith would make swords and stuff.
Yeah,
I
you
think
could be a
that's the-
blacksmith. They probably won't kill you.
Or like, I don't know. I don't know what my profession would be, but I definitely would want to see what the world was like before.
That would be cool. But also, that would be the suckiest way to die in a sword fight. Oh,
Yeah, dude.
But you die with honor.
I fuck the honor.
All those people that died with honor, you think anyone remembers them today? So what was that honor
Who
worth?
gives a shit?
This fucking guy knows what.
Yeah, you step on someone's shoes and they just slice your head off.
It's either feudal Japan or around when the Silk Road was forming, where when
Yeah, that'd
the
be cool.
different cultures were starting to merge, like just the very beginning.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Would you be Japanese or would you be Vietnamese?
I would be Vietnamese.
Ooh.
Yeah, but being
Look. Hey, you got two swords, dude. Fight it out.
They had their own thing. I think they had another government. It wasn't called Vietnam. It was called Champa or something. And then they were connected with Cambodia and Laos.
Oh wow, I see.
yeah, it's just a different time back then. So I would want to see like how did people live back then when they're starting
That'd
to
be
meet like
sick.
imagine the first Asian person meeting the first European.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck, like
that would be
But then they
wild.
shook hands and stuff.
Get horribly sick.
You get sick. You get the Black Plague, dude.
Yeah, smallpox.
Imagine being the first person to be.
Yeah, why are white people so dirty?
You get super sick.
They don't shower.
Get in shower, yeah.
I like that. I like what you're saying. That is very interesting. Of like finding.
Seeing the first time.
Yeah, but maybe
And then also like the fucking the pyramids. I will love to see how that shit.
While it's going on, yeah, all that shit.
while the slaves are still working on
I know.
it.
And you're like, so it is slaves.
That's how they did it.
Oh no, another one would have been Jesus' time when he was alive. So you could see if he was a fraud or for real.
You guys can see the first like levels, and you're like, hey, by the way, bud, that's gonna look so hard. Like everybody's gonna still talk about that shit. Keep doing it, dude. It's fucking sick. And write those gibberish shit up top. People are gonna freak the fuck out. Dude. It's gonna be sick. Yeah,
Gibberish shit.
yeah, gibberish.
You want to be with Jesus and his homies?
So I would want to be alive around the time like all the biblical stuff was happening.
But you want to be around Jesus and be like, oh, you're real. Like you want to see him.
Yeah, or something like around a figure that now it's like how we can never know if they were real. Or
L. Ron Hubbard,
This
like that.
fucking- He's gonna tell Jesus, yo, Latinos are gonna put you on their walls. It's crazy. They're gonna
draw you all
love
wrong.
dude. They're gonna see you love you.
Yeah, they're gonna draw you all different with long hair.
What if you could do it and he literally goes, oh, hey, Ken.
Oh, dude, that'd be.
Right when you get there, he's like, what are you doing here?
What would you do?
What would
knew?
Jesus do? What would I do?
What would you do?
If he saw me and knew, I would be like, whoa, this trip.
It's like running into your dad at a strip club. Huh? What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Would you go to 1970s Singapore?
You know what? I was actually thinking like that would be kind of tight. just to be around, in the area around that time.
That moment it became its own country.
So I could see where my mom and my dad met. And I'm just kidding.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
And stop it from happening.
Stop it! You guys can't do this.
I don't know why you guys can keep fighting.
I just start disappearing. What the fuck? I think I'd be riding horseback, dude. Just march along a giant army, and I look over and I see my commander in chief, fucking Genghis, bro, and we're riding into it.
Ooh,
Mongolia?
You look like a fucking warrior, dude.
Dude, I could be Mongolian.
you want to be a Mongolian?
It would be
warrior?
crazy to see, like, obviously, you know, they did a bunch of, you know, pillaging and killing a lot of people. But I think it would be interesting to see, like,
It was right back then.
yeah,
We
like
just
that's,
don't like it now.
That's big business back then.
Yeah.
That's your conglomerate right there. That's your fucking.
But don't try to invade Japan. That's all I'm saying. You guys gonna lose.
Because then the waters wash you out, dude. No, but just to see, like, I think that would be so. Because I am fascinated by all the Mongolians and the Huns and all that stuff. Like, just to hear about that history and how they just took over a whole goddamn country.
Did he have like a shitload of babies and shit? Like, okay, can I say something? It might sound racist.
Yeah.
No, fucking.
No, say it.
Say it, dude.
Is that why?
Asians look alike.
No, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it.
Probably a good shot.
It's probably why, yeah.
The genetics are the same.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Yep.
I mean,
Science behind it, at least.
Yeah.
But like a real answer for me to like actually live and have a life, I think it would be somewhere in like the 80s, dude.
Yeah.
80s, really?
I don't know. I just
How
think
old would
it's-
you be in the 80s?
Oh, no.
Like 20 years old in the 80s? 30 years old in the 80s?
Yeah, I'll be 20.
That's what I would want to be.
Yeah.
80s?
I just
Back
think
to the Future, too.
50.
And just music in general. I think
Music is
80s
good.
music
Music's
hits
cool,
me
yeah.
forever.
technology is coming
Like
out,
when
new stuff is coming
electric
in.
still first came in, like synthesizers and stuff like that.
I want to be Miami Vice in the 80s.
Ooh,
Miami in
shit.
the 80s was dangerous,
Miami's
though.
80s,
bro.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to be in that show. Like I want to be one of the cops.
I wouldn't,
80s,
I
huh?
wouldn't mind living in like an 80s, but like a Midwestern town in the 80s.
That's what I'm saying. I was thinking about that too, right there.
Why Midwestern town?
They wouldn't want your Filipino ass there.
But you could be racially ambiguous.
I would like it just.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know why. I like the idea of like living in those like, you know, like where they have like ski resorts in the 80s, like hot tub
Like
time
Dumb and
machine, and they go
Dumber?
to, like Kodiak Mountain and shit.
I like that shit, yeah.
There's something
Somewhere kind of naturey, right?
about that. Yeah, but in the 80s,
And they have a seasonal like influx of people and they leave.
right?
I like you know how Yellowstone and shit, like that show.
right.
I want something like that, like where it's like cowboy shit.
Oh yeah.
Where I have my own land and my own fucking, you know.
that. I mean,
But at least it looks cool, like Mexican, like white. You look cool doing that shit. Asians in the cowboy outfit, it just doesn't look, bro.
dude?
It just doesn't match.
It just doesn't go.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Shanghai Noon.
Yeah,
I can't see it.
No, it don't
I
work.
can't see it.
I'll tell you a guy
can't
that
see it,
changed my
Asian.
mind. You want me to show you?
There's there's certain things that Mexicans, like if you see them, they just
it's
doesn't.
not that deep
doesn't
voice.
go.
I'll show you a guy.
Because a Mexican in a cowboy boot, it works.
It fits like a
Because
glove.
you're the rancheros.
Rancheros. But yeah, an Asian dude in a fucking cowboy suit, I'll be like, huh?
I need to wear a samurai suit on a horse.
guy.
Then it fits.
That'd be gangster.
Let me see. No,
I'm
this
surprised
is
you
the guy
didn't
that I
say
met.
you
Oh,
wanted to
those
be a
guys.
pirate back in the day where you were living on an island or something.
He's Asian adjacent.
What's Asian adjacent?
Like Hawaiian or something. You know, Hawaiians are like half Japanese, half Filipino, half something else.
You know how weird they are.
They look like Chinese, but they're not really Chinese.
Let me see. Where is it?
Who's this Asian cowboy you're trying to find, dude?
Oh, he has a picture with me. That's not a good picture.
Oh, that dude.
This guy.
He's a cowboy?
Yeah, he rocks a cowboy
dude, check
hat
this
good.
guy out.
Yo, what about 90s in Japan?
Who's this guy?
He's
Oh, that might have been tight.
He's Asian?
well, I mean, he's Hawaiian. That's why I said he's like adjacent.
He's a killer. Though.
He's Asian adjacent.
I feel like.
Oh, is he one of the dudes that Tim
He works with Tim, so he runs Tim's like combatives program.
Tim Kennedy's like?
He passes all the way around over there. But he rocks the cowboy hat sick.
He looks very cool,
He does look cool.
and he looks like he looks like he can kill you.
Yeah.
He can kill you. I grappled with him and he killed me.
What would it be? I'm trying to think which Asian would look hard.
He looks good. And he's like Asian adjacent.
He looks more Polynesian.
If I look at him, I wouldn't think he was Asian. So I want to talk about like Asian when you look at him like Asian right off the bat. God damn it, that's an Asian man right there. Like in a cowboy suit.
And that beard, dude. That
He
shit
got a
is
sick
crazy.
beard, yeah.
Chilling with Mika Galval, dude. It's crazy. Anyways.
Yeah, I want him to look like his name is Angus Wong or something.
Yeah, something with the Wong at the end.
Kind of hard.
Did you say yours, Bart? Did you say yours?
90s.
90s.
90s. Oh, I would join you in the 90s.
Now I remember why I don't remember it.
I would join you in the 90s as a cast of Baywatch.
Oh.
Yep.
That'd be tight.
Yep.
I do miss the 90s sometimes, but not like that. Like, I lived it.
Like what? Like Honey, I Blew Up the Kids, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
But to live it
90s
as an
movies,
adult, though, like a 30-year-old adult,
See, living it as an adult, yeah.
that might be kind of tight.
Homeward Bound. You ever watch that?
Watching Homeward Bound as an adult.
90s was like the pinnacle of like cheap action flicks too.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's when like they made so many of them.
When I think of 90s, I think of like the iconic places in LA, like Venice Beach, Santa Monica,
When they were all
Hollywood.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
But that's cool because you guys grew up here. Y'all from a small.
But when I think of the 90s, I think of LA. I can't think of anywhere else.
And I think of the pinnacle of suburb life before it took the
90s, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's true, like the Three Ninjas.
yeah.
That's kind of like Palmdale when it was first built.
Yeah, and like kids playing on the street.
Yeah.
And that was cool.
Yeah.
Three Ninjas was so hard. That movie, Rocky Love. I used to just be in.
When you think of that, you think of like Diamond Bar or Rancho Cucamonga. Like all those new fucking developments outside of LA.
Yep.
Damn, dude. Yeah. You see, in the 90s, Friday nights, like today, it would be like Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to Blockbuster.
Fucking Pizza Hut.
Yup.
Blockbuster.
Oh, the pizza coupons.
And it was like the way it worked
So
in
much
my family.
nostalgia.
It was like one movie for the kids. We get to choose the movie we want for us, and then my parents choose the movie that they want to watch in their room and stuff, and then a movie for all of us. Family movie.
That's cool.
So we'll all share the family movie. Watch that. Sometimes we're just like, all right, keep it going, because we're ready to watch. So we're ready to watch fucking American Pie. Like, hurry up, Dad. And they didn't know, like, immigrant parents, they don't know what we're watching. Yeah. So we were watching American Pie. We're learning about like all this shit. Like when I was watching American Pie, that scene where she's like blowing them and then throws it in the cup, and I didn't know what she was doing. I was like, what is that? What's going on? Yeah. I didn't get it. I didn't understand what was going on.
Why is she kissing him?
Yeah. But
Do you get it now?
Do you guys remember like the book clubs? If you read a book and you got like a free Pizza Hut like coupon and you get a personal pizza. Yeah, dude. See?
What a promotion.
I remember that shit.
Dang.
Or you go to pizza and they give you a little personal pizza.
Yo, I need to get a Pizza Hut.
We were lucky to have the 90s
Pizza Hut,
when we did.
I know.
90s was like, if I would have known things were gonna change so much, I would have enjoyed it a little bit more.
Well, we were lucky to have life without internet. Like we were the last ones.
we were the ones that were there.
We were the last people.
Like I told my brother this, and he was like telling me like, I was like, dude, I was there when it started. Like we got to see the internet start.
There was no internet, and then there was internet.
Like it.
TV in the 90s was the best, for sure.
Yeah, TV in the 90s was the best.
Except for all those damn
But
commercials.
what were you watching in the 90s?
which we'll never forget now.
Fucking Fox, like all, dude.
I was watching Mad TV. At a young age, I was watching Mad TV.
There's a bunch.
Which one?
South Park.
I never fucked with South.
South Park was late though.
Well, that was
I didn't
that
know
was cable too.
Yeah.
I wasn't really into. I remember I was Celebrity,
Yeah.
Celebrity Deathmatch. Oh yeah. TRL and then fucking.
TRL.
No, 90s is more like Baywatch and then
Price is Right.
Warner Brothers with all the Steve Urkels and the
UPN.
yeah.
A sitcom family.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper?
Oh, Hercules. I think of Hercules.
Hercules and Xena.
Hercules, yeah.
I never liked those. Those are too.
I never watched it, but I would see.
I was really into fucking the Texas Ranger, the fucking
Walker.
Walker Texas fucking Ranger.
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris, dude.
I think of Sinbad movies, and I think of
Hunter,
Hanging with
Renegade.
Mr. Cooper.
Renegade.
Remember Renegade?
Yeah. He was always in his motorcycle. Yeah.
RoboCop?
RoboCop.
Or was that 80s?
That was like 90s. That was my 90s.
I remember the channel was like TNT when like the crazy Terminator movies were on TNT.
Oh, dude.
TNT Terminator.
Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, like the idea of watching a movie on TV
Yeah.
and having
Oh,
it split
yeah.
up by commercials.
Yeah.
Is like no one's
was
gonna
the
see
thing.
that again, right?
Yeah.
You remember you have to get the TV guide?
Yeah.
Because then you're like, oh, it's going to be on like 7:30. We got to like,
Oh, you planned your day through that.
you got to plan your day.
Do you remember TiVo? TiVo, like the inception of TiVo changed the game.
Oh yeah.
And it was like the most expensive thing. So it was like everybody like, oh, I got a TiVo. Oh, you got a TiVo?
Yeah, you watch the game like, no, I'm taping it.
People don't know what TiVo. Yeah,
I'll
people
tape
don't know
it.
what
Oh, the people that were like, they'll brag about it, like, oh, it's fine, we're taping it.
And
TiVo.
it's scheduled.
Like,
That blew my mind when that came out. I was like, dude, it's scheduled.
yeah, my dad would be at the store and be like, let's go, let's get them TV show. We're at the fucking oh. Sometimes we would like forget to get like eggs because my dad's like, leave the fucking eggs. We're gonna go watch the movie at the house. I was like, all right.
That's what I miss is everyone used to just watch together. Like live TV or something went down, everyone was on the TVs together at the same hour, same time.
I even liked watching movies from the middle. You know, something you turn on the TV.
Oh, this is my favorite part.
Oh shit! What the fuck? What is this? Billy the Kid? And you're just like watching it.
That does me at the barbershop. I'm like, oh, I forgot about it. Like, I forgot how fucking good Waterboy was. I'm like, Waterboy's fucking hilarious.
I didn't even know Bloodsport had a beginning montage that showed everything.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
What?
I walked in, I always got into it after they're already there.
Like Act One's in Hong Kong already.
Watch? Yeah. Dude, yeah. Yes. I'm the same way with Dumb and Dumber. Like I forgot they weren't in Aspen. I'm like, oh, that was like a chunk.
You just don't see the suits.
Yeah, I never saw that first part. But going back to Bloodsport, have you guys seen it like recently?
Yeah.
Fuck,
Dude,
this
it
movie's
holds up.
So fucking.
It holds up.
But it's so wild. Like it's just like the acting in the beginning with the kid. Yeah. And it's just like
You're not gonna call the
yeah,
cops?
you're not gonna call the cops. It's like it's so terrible.
Not
like,
yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, dude, and then there was this one scene where like he's fucking that girl, and it's just a weird shot
Of his ass?
of his ass.
Yeah.
Like, why is that shot there? And he's like, dude, but you can tell it's one of those like he's off by a second. Like they say like 1, 2, 3, action, and then he's just like, like he's just like counting 1, and then. And he lifts it up, and I'm just like, bruh, why was that?
And why is there more of him than the girl?
He did that a lot back then. Though,
And there's
his
a
older
lot of
movies,
ass
yeah.
shots.
His older movies, he always had to show his ass. So did Jackie Chan.
It rock hard though when I watched it.
Jackie Chan showed his ass too much too in the 90s.
I didn't realize how jacked he was until I watched like Rumble in the Bronx.
For real. He was in good shape.
Like he should have showed that off more. But I think he was trying to play into the comedy side. But I was like, this guy's pretty jacked.
Well, because he
No,
can't look like too much of an obvious winner.
What's his name? The guy that actor what's his name?
Van Damme?
Van Damme movies. My favorite was the kickboxer one.
Yeah.
These movies were just like it just I don't know. It just hit different.
Kickboxer hits different, yeah.
I just believed he was an ultimate badass.
Yeah.
And every Latino dad, or at least my dad, would always watch you like, fuck him, I'll kick his ass, mijo. And I used to tell him like, my dad used to be like, you don't think you can kick my ass? And I'm like, yeah, Dad, it's fucking Van Damme. you're like 4'9". Like, what are you talking about? And then he just is like, fucking like, I'll kick his ass, pinche Van Damme, tráemelo, I'll kick his ass, una patada. Nothing,